I thank the gentleman from Alabama, Mr. Moore, for this special order. And what a special time it is. As the son of a World War II vet myself who was in the Pacific, and as a former Army enlisted troop and former Army Air Force officer myself, stationed in Germany during the 70s, it's a great honor that I have the opportunity to read a letter written by World War II and D-Day veteran U.S. Army Major Ellsworth Hill, written to his family back home on June the 14th, 1944. As it goes, dear Florence, Barbara, and Nancy, this one letter to all three will have to suffice for the time being, for there is scarcely an idle moment to write. And when there is an idle moment, I usually am so tired that I just fall asleep. Today, however, I've had some time to myself and have been far enough away from activities to really enjoy myself. As you may surmise, I am somewhere in France. Just where is, of course, not to be disclosed, but as the papers have carried the story of D-Day, you know that it was on the coast of Normandy. The going for the past week has been quite rugged, particularly for an old man like myself. But I have found that I could keep up with the youngsters. You should have received a letter from me dated June the 5th, but nothing has been written in the meantime. All the things incident to the landing on the beaches and the first few days here can be left for future communication. What can be said now would hardly do justice to what happened. Maybe as things develop, I can write you of my own experiences. It so happened that I went over with the first detachment of the advanced section. Because of that, I have had a bird's eye view, or should I say a foxhole view, of this show. The magnitude of it is beyond all comprehension. For the past week, I've been living in a pup tent. That is, when we have had a chance to even pitch it. I sleep on the ground, and I mean sleep, tottering around with a pack, sidearms, and K-rations through the country and up and down hills has been pretty strenuous exercise. By way of diversion, there's an occasional air raid or some artillery shelling of the roads that we are traveling on. Fortunately, the weather has been marvelous. Only one day of rain, and that wasn't too bad. When I stop to think of it, I find that I am feeling pretty marvelously well, and I am really in good physical condition. The spot where our camp is located right now is in a very picturesque country. I don't know whether Mummy has been in this part of Normandy, but if she has, she can tell you how pretty that these French farms are. Tonight I had the first cooked meal in over a week. I went up to a little French cafe in a small village and, believe it or not, had steak, French fried potatoes, strawberries, and a bottle of wine, all for 100 francs, about $2. I am enclosing a 5-franc note for Nancy's collection of whatnots. The people here are getting excited over what they say is their liberation. As one drives through the villages, they chase and wave, and every farmer wants to give you wine. But with it all, there has been destruction. Some of the most beautiful chateaus have just been devastated, and whole families have been made homeless. Because I can tell you so little about what is going on, and because I am sleepy, I will stop here. All I really wanted to say was that I am well and not to have any worries about me. With love to you all, and a word that I will write as often as circumstances permit, the Old Man Hill. What an eye-opening letter. Folks, no one but those who were there can only and truly understand what our D-Day and World War II veterans went through, what they saw, and what they felt. I agree with Major Hill. Without seeing it firsthand, it's nearly impossible to comprehend. However, what we can do is continue to honor the sacrifices and the memories of these World War II vets who went into Europe to fight for our freedoms and liberties. So to the D-Day and World War II veterans still with us today, we may never be able to repay your debt, but I pray that we never miss an opportunity to say thank you. I yield back.